Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm surprise uploads, so you're probably subscribed. If you're not, you should be subscribed. Just because it's awesome and we're having fun. And I do these card logs where you can actually message me something and then I talk about it. I do these at least once a week, if not twice a week. Just, it's additional content. It's not part of my 4-day-a-week upload, just so we can talk and, just build a community and all that Scooby-Dooby and do. Alrighty, it's Monday. I'm slightly hyperactive already. So I'm feeling feisty, and when I'm feeling feisty, I want to talk. And so I want to talk to you about something where it shouldn't be controversial. It might be controversial. I don't really know. But so background of what I'm telling you. I grew up in the area-ish that I live in now. Somebody had asked me about me living in the country, so I'll get that bird with this stone too. I grew up in the area. I was born overseas, but I grew up in a sort of rural-esque area in general. After I graduated high school, I moved away, and I actually lived away near Maryland for 20 years. I don't know. I guess I was 20. I just moved back 4 years ago, so just under 20 years. Let's say 15. I don't know. A lot of years. Most of my adult life. And so, and I have a huge family, huge. My mom's the youngest of 13. Most of my grandmother and grandfather's side had multiple siblings with multiple children. So I have a very, very huge family, which is funny. When I started dating and I moved back here, starting dating, my mom's like, you might want to make sure you're not related. And I never crossed my mind, but it actually came up a couple times where I would meet someone and I'm like, oh, they're cool. And then I realized that we're related. So yeah. Anywho, but me personally, I'm an only child, as is my son. I was a one and done, and so was my mom. So anywho, I keep saying anywho. I feel so hyperactive. I'm trying to quell my ADHD right now. This cutie right here is Janet Collection's Doris in chocolate brown. I'm telling you, if you want a natural curly wig, this is the wig for you. It's fairly inexpensive, so comfortable, and the curls are so light. These curls and this wig are so light, it's unreal. Because usually I feel like sometimes curly wigs can be heavy. Not this chick. So, I've done these car vlogs about my dating and, my search for love and all that. I am a very romantic person. I'm a very relationship heavy, intense person in terms of I'm either 100% in or I'm 100% out. No matter who I'm with, once I cross that threshold of having feelings, I literally see them in their best light. I just do. That could be problematic or not. I think it's only problematic if I don't really get to know the person first and just sort of when I have a connection, when I have a vibe with someone, sometimes I just run with it. So I've been trying to do things a little bit differently, which has been very, very, very difficult for me. I don't date well. Because if I'm not vibing with you, I'm just not. And I'm not real and you're not feeling it. And then I feel like I'm wasting your time. So then I feel guilty and all this kind of stuff. So it's very difficult for me to get to the next level without getting completely hurt. Just because it's hard for me to get to the next level unless I've invested a crap ton. And then, you're kind of investing too early. But I can't fight against who I am. Obviously, I've been married 3 times. I've been engaged twice. I've had, long-term relationships, so it's not like I can't have a relationship, or I think the problem was my investment was in a person that just wasn't for me. Good, bad, and different. That person wasn't for me. And so I am really being more diligent about sort of dating and going on dates, even though, people think I'm a confident person, but the idea of dating, that idea of rejection, I know nobody likes to get rejected, but it devastates me every time. And I'm trying to mitigate that a little bit. So I have been doing a little bit of dating, and I've been doing things that I don't normally do. Once I see enough things that don't mesh with me, red flags, not in that they're bad, but red flags for me as who I know as I am as a person and what I want and all those things, I've been kind of cutting it off. So I've been getting to that month mark and cutting it off, which is very difficult. It's very, very difficult for me. I'm always afraid, did I miss out? Did I give up too soon? All these kinds of things. But I really know what I want. I want to fall in love. I want to not only fall in love, I want to be in love. I want to be partners. I want to find my person, my best friend, all those kind of things. So if it's not going to be that for me, then I'm wasting their time and I'm wasting my time. And potentially then I'm going to get attached when I shouldn't. So that's prefacing this big thing. I know you're probably like, get to the thing. It occurred to me when I started dating someone recently. You know, it didn't work out, but sometimes it just doesn't. It was more of a timing thing. But it occurred to me that not everybody knows this, because I lived away for so long. Where I lived, it was known, but it's not known here. It didn't even occur to me, just because I went through a very challenging divorce, and then I was with somebody who I cared for and loved deeply, and it didn't work. So I really didn't date up until this year. So I didn't date for like two or more years. So it hadn't come up because I wasn't really dating. But I just came on here to say this because I'm at this point in my life where it's like, I've always kind of been my own thing, but I want to make sure that, you know, if I have this platform, am I sharing with people, you know, it's okay to be the real you. And if someone judges you, look, someone's going to judge you regardless. You're going to be too much this, too little that, Scooby and Dooby, or Shaggy, or you're not Scooby-Doo, or you're freaking Daphne, or what. I don't know where I'm going. Avery was watching Scooby-Doo, so, you know, and those are the things. You can be too much Daphne, not enough Velma. It's like, who cares? I'm enough for someone, I'm too much for others, and not enough for others. So it is what it is, right? So at the end of the day, at this point in my life, I am sharing this openly. I don't hide it, but I don't know a lot of people know. And I'm building this up. It's so ridiculous. So I am bisexual. I'm attracted to men and women. And it's really an energy and a connection that I'm attracted to. I have dated women. I recently was in a dating situation with a woman openly. I don't have a preference in terms of like man or woman outside of the fact that it does have to be a particular connection. Like me, it's connection. Connection has to be there or it just isn't there for me. And that's connection is physical, emotional, you know, they have to be funny, all those sort of things. I don't necessarily have a type per se. I am often attracted to people with light hair and light eyes. I'm not to say that that's exclusive. I'm just saying if I were to pick from a picture, that would be the case. But at any rate, I wanted to share that because I don't think a lot of people in my adult life here know that. But since most of my adult life, like that wasn't hidden for me, it never occurred to me that people didn't know until I started dating a woman, and it was like the reaction was kind of like, really? And then we can get into that whole perception. I'm not even going to get into that. Bisexual, you can't choose, blah, blah, blah. You know, sexuality and relationships are on a continuum. They're not black and white. You can say what you want, but they just aren't. And for me, it's not like, oh, I can't get a man, so, you know, I want a woman. Let's get real clear, real fast. I can get a man, okay? I'm not short of people who are interested in me or pursuing me or what have you. However, if I don't want to just get a man. I could get a man today. I could get off here and get a man. Well, that sounds weird. But you know what I'm saying? There are people who want to date me. But if I don't want to date them back, I'm not going to waste their time. Because their person is waiting for them. Okay? And if I'm screwing around just because I'm lonely, that's so not fair. And I don't like how sometimes that is the situation that we're in. Where people are just, they want to be with you to fill time. And it's like, fill your time with a freaking pet. Fill your time with, you know, whatever. Do a race or, you know, rescue some puppies. I don't know. But don't waste the time that I have left here on this earth with someone like, and a person who's wanting love and has so much to give because you're in some place in your life. Okay? Just don't do it. At least not with me. I don't think you should do it with anyone, but you're not going to do it with me. Okay? Because I may seem like a strong person, but I'm not. And if I care, my heart is just completely open to someone. So don't take advantage of that if I let you in. That is just a side note. But yes, do I date women? Yes, I absolutely do. I date men. I don't feel guilty or bad about it. I actually, you know, it's not weird to me. And outside of the fact that people sometimes react. I think in different places it's different. I think when you live in a smaller town, it can be more of an issue. I don't find it to be problematic. I don't really care. I've been weird my whole dang life. I've stuck out here where I live my entire life, so it's not. Ooh, I just ran into a little tree branch. It's not a big deal to me. I'm gonna stick out. People are gonna judge me anyway, so I might as well have fun doing it and be with someone that I enjoy being with. So yeah, I just wanted to say, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, whatever the thing is you feel like you're hiding from somebody, if you feel that that's necessary, I support that. But I also want to give you perspective. I'm 42 years old, and I really have learned the lesson that it doesn't matter who you are. There's going to be people that gel with you, vibe with you, support you, and there's going to be people that don't. And more times than not, when they don't, it's just a reflection of where they are in their life, who they are in their life, their fears, their hang-ups, all of those things. It really doesn't have anything to do with you personally as a person. And that is a hard thing for me to not understand, but to accept, because I am someone that's sensitive and takes things personally. But I really am realizing that if someone doesn't gel with me, like, I think I'm a great person. I do, because every day I try to wake up and be a great person. And I do fall short. I fall short all the time because I'm a human. Sorry, there was a kitty running across the road, and that's like my absolute nightmare, to see a kitty get killed. I can't really deal with roadkill at all, honestly. Like, when I go for my walks in the country, I'm like crying all the time seeing the animals that were killed. But I don't even want to get into that today. My point is that I like who I am. I have faults. I have things I want to work on. I am a work in progress, but that's okay, because the core of me is caring and loving, and I am that person. If someone can't see that, then maybe they're not supposed to see that, because who I am is, if they did, if they aren't supposed to see that and I invest in them, then they're wasting my time and I'm wasting theirs. So, and I'm not just talking about relationships. There are people that are supposed to be in my life and people that aren't, and people that are for a particular time. And I'm really trying to lean into that. It's not about me. If I've done something to hurt someone, or I've done something wrong, then I will do whatever I can to rectify that. But I'm never trying to hurt somebody on purpose. And oftentimes I will realize that I did and seek out trying to make amends. And if I haven't done that, maybe it's because I don't realize it. We can be super intelligent, super, sensitive in terms of interpersonal and emotional things, but it's like a doctor. You act like if you're a doctor, you know every dang thing on every ailment ever on earth, and that's just not the case. But at any rate, I just wanted to share with you. I hope that it gives you the opportunity to say, look, it's harder to hide who you are than it is. It's harder to conform to being someone that you aren't than it is to just lean into it. And most people, after a while, they get over it. Obviously, do what you think is best for you. But yeah, so that's what I want to share with you, and I hope you're having a super fabulous day. And hopefully subscribe, because I really like you here. Put down below, what are some things that you would want to share with people? What are some things that you have hidden in the past but came out with and then realized it wasn't as big a deal, or it wasn't as bad as you had thought it would be? And yeah, anyway, if you have a topic that you want me to talk about and we can discuss in the comments on a car vlog, please put that down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.